What's good, YouTube gang? So as you see my mouth, I'm moving kind of messed up right now. My mouth is numb. I just came from the dentist because I had to get a crown. I made 3,800, lost some money, and now I'm trying to make some more money right now. Hopefully, it breaks through this 46,000. It continues up so it can close the month out above the 46,000. That's what I'm looking for. So I had 3,800. I lost some. I withdrew I drew 4,500 last night, so I'm waiting on that wire to come in this evening. So I got 4,500 coming in. Maybe I'll show you guys the transaction when it comes to show you this money is real. But yeah, man, I got a student I'm about to teach in like a good 5 to 10 minutes. But I just want to talk to you guys. At first I was gonna come talk to y'all, but gotta get the content in. Every day, even though you don't feel like you gotta do it, cause my mouth, like I said, is kind of numb as hell. Probably gonna be hurting later, but it's all right. So I might have another lesson for you guys today. Matter of fact, I will have another lesson for you guys today. I will talk about EMAs, and that's it. That's the only Confluences I use is EMAs. So I'm talking about EMAs today later on. So yeah, after I finish teaching my student, we'll get into that. Wow. What's good, gang? So I just finished teaching my student. I think that was a good session. I'm not gonna lie. It was crazy, dog. I had a trade, and I showed you guys the trade. I wish I could have recorded it. I wish I could have screenshotted it. That trade bursted up, and I made a whole another 3,800. And it was crazy. I could have probably potentially made 5 to 6,000. But it's good. I'm grateful for my profits. Thank God for these profits at all times. Without him, I am nothing. You hear me? But other than that, shit, I'm chilling. I do want to teach you guys about EMAs today, Confluences. I haven't eaten nothing all day because I went to the dentist earlier this morning, like 8, and I got out of the dentist until like 10. And I started teaching my student at 11. Now it's 12:35. So I need to get something in my body. I'm gonna pass out. I might be skinny, but I eat like I'm on a 400-pound life. Trust me, I love to eat. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at you guys. Most likely the next video will be the start of the confluences of EMAs. 9 times out of 10 it will, because I don't really have nothing else to do today. So yeah, bow. Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. After I finished teaching and I ate and all that, bruh, I crashed. I even had a student last night I was supposed to teach, but I couldn't do it. I was tired. We rescheduled for today. I got a student this morning, a student this evening. Right after that student, they have 3 students tonight. I have to teach all at one time, so that's good. This morning I did make 6K on Nasdaq. So what's crazy? When I started this account, I told you guys, I started this account last week or 2 weeks ago with 3K. I'm at 16.5 now, and I withdrew 4.5. So really, truly, I made bought the account with 21K. So the road to the million, you're gonna get that eventually. But it's gonna happen eventually. I really don't care about the money part. I just want to know that I know the skill. Like I've been consistent for the past month or two, like real deal consistent. Like I'm talking about green days on green days. So right now I'm gonna just show you guys the profit, so y'all don't think I'm lying, because people do be lying. And this is a live call with AMP Futures. I'm not affiliated with them, but that's who I use as my broker. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, 6K, 6.2. Now probably could have made like 9 to 12 today, but it is what it is. Profit is profit. 6K, hey, that's awesome. But right now I'm about to teach my student. I'm still gonna give you guys the confluences right after this video. I'm not gonna show you guys me teaching, because that's kind of a waste of film, waste of content. What's the point of that? I just teach you guys on my own on here. So I'm gonna just do that right after I'm done teaching this student. So I'm gonna highlight you guys. You should see me on the laptop or on the screen with the charts after this. Wow. I know y'all probably tired of me coming back on here and not doing no lesson yet, bro. The last couple of days been straight teaching, and after I teach, I be tired and sleep, and then I probably go out that night. So today I'm gonna for sure do it for y'all. But right now, I gotta get my car serviced, because I've been hearing this weird noise on my car for the past 2 days. It's been whistling. I think it's my PCB valve, so I gotta get that checked out right now. So when I get back, I got y'all, gang. I got y'all. It's a whole nother day. It's the third fit y'all seen. I'm sorry. I made. I don't know if I told you already, but I made 6K yesterday. I made 4K. I made 2K last night, and I made 2K this morning. So now the account is at 21K. I already reduced 45 and I started the account with 3K. So we get to that 100K this year. Probably be faster than what I expected. I can thank God for this wisdom. Thank God for these profits. And I'm not worried about the profits because, I've been making profit. I've been getting money. Money is nothing. Money is just a tool to get things that we don't need in this physical world. All we need to be is spiritually rich, rich in the mind, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna be back though. I'm gonna stop preaching to y'all. Finally, we to the screen here. Finally, we about getting to this education. You feel me? So my car is getting serviced right now, so it's really a perfect time to do this. So today, we only talking about EMAs and confluences, things that could basically give you more confirmation that it's going to go your way. So let's get right into it. We ain't gonna play around. So my EMAs, I use the 15, the 50, and the 200. Mostly, I look at the 15 and the 50 for crossovers because if the 15 is above the 50, that means the market should be going up. And if the 15 is below the 50, that means the market's supposed to be going down. And as you can see, we're on 4 hour right now. So this just to show you that I'm not bluffing. You see the EMA cross right here, boom, and the market's been going down every since. But just because it crossed doesn't mean it's gonna go immediately in your way. Because as you can see, it crossed, but it was still consolidating, went down, went up, then went down. So us as traders, day traders, we're just getting in and out during the day. So this 4 hour candle. So if it go down for one nice day for 4 hours, bruh, you are good. Like this right here, that right there is from, let's say you got it from the top of the five, say you got it at 500. That's a good 600 point drop. So 600 point drop on YM. One contract, that's 3K. One contract, that's 3K. That's on a 4 hour though, I like to look at the 4 hour and the hour and the day because that's where the most money is. See, I only look into the 5 minute and the 15 is after I figure out what I'm looking at for the day. Cause once you see what you want to look for the day or the week, like if you're selling for the week or you're buying for the week, I go down to the 15 and the 5, sometimes the 3 minute. You can see the 3 minute right here. Excuse me, I was drinking last night, so it's still tearing my ass up. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, I go down to the 5 and the 3 just to get my entries. So as you can see, once again, the EMA crossed right here this morning. I actually caught. I'm take 200 off. We're gonna talk about the 200 after the crossover the EMAs. So once it crossed, this morning I got in around. I'm gonna tell you exactly where I got it. I got in at 350. Stop loss was uh, my stop loss was gonna either be at 250 or 300. I had really had it at 300, but 250 would be the most, the most I'll let it go to. Now I'm not saying once it touch 250 I'm getting out. I'm meaning as it has to break 250 and hold. Now if it's going in momentum down to 250 and it breaks with momentum, then yeah, I'm gonna hop out because we don't want that to mess over us. But we don't want to get out when it touches it. We want to get out when it breaks it and have confirmation that it is not going our way. I caught this right here. And I'm telling you, soon as I got out the trade, the next 2 minutes, bruh, it went all the way up here. So I missed out on the extra money, but it's all right. I still am profitable on the day. I made 2K, 2,500 this morning, and I made around 2,000 last night after I got back from the bar, which is crazy. But I don't know why I was trading when I was drunk. I shouldn't be doing that, but yeah. So confluences. This is how I use confluences. Confluences is just extra confirmation to get in. I'm gonna say that again. So if I'm looking at the market, right, normal price action trader, if I'm at 250, boom, got the EMA crossover. So one, we got psychological zone. Two, we got a EMA crossover. So that's two confirmation that it's going up. Three, the the week is bullish. The week is bullish. Even though the day started off last night on a strong down move, I knew for a fact that it was gonna go back up because it only went down last night only because Trump said something last night, didn't know why Iran or whatever happened last night. I actually was watching the news when it was. I wasn't say I was watching the news. I was watching sports, and then the news came on, and Trump just randomly popped up. And then after that, the market just shot down last night. And then they emailed me talking about the the market just went up like 100%. I couldn't trade last night because the margin went to 100% because they didn't know how volatile the market was going to be. Basically, they didn't want us to take a lot of money from them. So they was basically telling me that, and then around like 12:1, it went down to 25%, and I hopped in and got like 2K. But yeah, that's one confluence, 250. Two confluences, EMA crossover. Three confluences, the week is bullish. Four confluences, the month is bullish. The month is bullish. But now, see, the thing is about this month, right? See how they got the last big candle of the month, of a black month? It might could be another down month, but I doubt it. I think it took enough money from people already. They liquidated these people in long positions. They liquidated these people in long positions. And I feel like now it's time, since they liquidated everybody on the downside, because all this market is to take people out before they make the next major move to the next area. They want to liquidate as many people as they can, scare as many people as they can before they start making the next move. So now I think the next month will be most likely bullish, but I don't know. I'm just it's just a thought. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it is because it could be bearish because last month was a huge bearish month, so it probably followed the suit of going down again. So we're just gonna see what happens on NFP tomorrow. NFP is gonna tell it all tomorrow. And actually, I'm not trading tomorrow because NFP is either gonna make me or break me, and I don't want to get make. I mean, I want to get made. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to get break. So I'm not trading tomorrow at all. And it's also Good Friday, you know. So I'm gonna be out, probably having doing something. If it's not raining, it's supposed to be raining all weekend. But hey, it is what it is. But so now the crossover. So I'm gonna give you a lot of examples of the crossovers. So you got see that the crossover thing is real. Crossover, boom, going up. Another thing about this crossover over here, right? This also made a W pattern, which is a double bottom. As you can see it clean as day. Boom, boom, boom. Every time on that second leg of a W, it is going up. Every time, and vice versa. If we doing a M pattern, the second leg of the M, boom, 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 second leg is going to be a drop on a double top. But I call it M and learning from Jeremy Cash. So I'm gonna get credit when it's due. M's and W's, double top, double bottom. It's all it is. And also, so also, I also like to do like head and shoulders. Like over here's the head and shoulder, kinda. And I also like to do it at when you see these things, like the M's and W's, the crossovers, and stuff like that. Make sure it's at a psychological level before you even decide to enter that market. You don't want to do it at a random spot because it's going to do it at a certain number at all times. These markets are not moving because of their lines and boxes. It is moving because of price and how the price is moving. The market is money. And I always say that the market is money. It's not lines and boxes. Even though I have lines and boxes, the lines and boxes is just an idea of what I think it can stop at. And most of the times I've been right for over 6 years. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't fix it. And I used to listen to Livermore, living more like psychological what it's called, living more psychological, basically telling you like how to trade, like how he thought about it. He basically was saying like it gets in that certain numbers, like basically solidifying what I was saying. Livermore was one of the best traders back in the day. He went broke. He went to mills. He went broke. And he went back to millions. So he knows something. He know to talk about something. So yeah, let's get back to the head and shoulder. I be yapping. So shoulder right under the zone, and the head on the zone with a baby M, as you can see, and also the second shoulder. Second shoulder most likely gonna be at the 900 level, and I'm actually gonna put the line over there right quick just so you can see it stopped at a certain number. Even though I do get in at these numbers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna teach you guys to get in these numbers because I want you first to understand how the market flows. I want you to understand it moves through price ranges. As you can see, it went from 250 this morning all the way close to 47,000, but you could say it went to 750. Then now it's making way back down to the 500. Yeah, head, shoulder on the 900 right here. Shoulder, went to the 900 drop, went above, see the 47,000. And that's why I always say wait until it hit a number. Wait till it hit one of those quarter numbers before you even decide to get in the market. Wait, just wait. That's all you have to do because once it hit here, you could have sold and held it for the rest of the night because it never came back to 47,000. It made the head and shoulders pattern and it fell down. And you would have been good. You would have been good because from 47,000 to 250, one contract is 750 points. So, bro, I can't. It'll be about good 3 to 4K, because 5K would be 46,000. 47,000 to 46,000 would be 5K with one contract. So it'd be about 35 to 4K ish, type of move. So let me take this off. So yeah, that's the main three I use. I use head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders is just an upside down head and shoulders, and it's double top M, double bottom W. EMA crossovers, but the EMAs can confuse you. It can confuse you. So sometimes it will be choppy and doing stuff like this. Like this is a perfect example of choppy with EMAs. So don't always rely on these indicators and stuff like that because indicators is just a delay of the market. No bull. Like just a delay of the market. Like right here's a perfect example of a crossover though. Red, the 15 went below the 50. It came off of the 46,500 level and it just dropped off. And the fucking candlesticks just rode the 15 minute until the end of the day. Oh, eventually it broke it the next day. It went above it. Then the EMAs crossed again. But once you catch something like this, like that, a big trade like that, it's not always gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. If you catch something like that, bro, you don't really have to trade the next day. Like, what's the point? Or what is the point? If you catch something big, bro, you know, thank God for your profits, thank God for what you made, and then if you do see something the next day, cool, get in. But you don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush to get back in the market. Real talk. So, so like this was a W, but the crossover came late. So I almost like would have got into this because it was a W on the 500 level. See, one tap, two taps, boom, and they got out of that, out of there, literally. And if you really count this, even though it didn't touch the 500, you count this as a third tap. Because I always tell my students, third time's a charm when it comes to trading. If it hit an area 3 times, I'm gonna go to the R right quick. If it hit the area 3 times, oh my god, my mic. No. Hey, bro. Man, got invest into a new camera for my left teasy here, man. I might got invest into a new camera for my left teasy. But third time is always a charm when it comes to trading. I already got this marked up from when I was from when I was teaching last night. So you got one tap to 47,000, two taps to 47,000, three taps to 47,000. As soon as you got that third tap, it had what happened? It dropped down again. Even though it dropped down a lot this time on the second one, but it took a little minute because it was choppy. This third time then wasn't as choppy. It made a baby head and shoulders and it went down. That would have been a great play for the day. Vice versa. This is one tap to the 500, and we on the hour chart. I'm gonna consider this a tap because this is basically a fake out. It faked out, came back, tapped it again, faked out. Because all the fake out is basically liquidation of other people, basically. Basically getting as much people as we can out of the market before we go the way that they want, that we want. Let's say as the big players. I think as the banks, basically. Banks and the rich people. Because I ain't rich. I'm only rich in spirit and rich in the mind. Money is don't make you rich. Because you could have a lot of money and you can still feel poor in the body. So remember that. And I need to get rich in health and fitness. And that's my next goal is get rich in health and fitness. But yeah, crossovers. And all right, since we talk about the crossovers, I'm not gonna really get too deep. I've kind of been yapping already too much. Now the 200 EMA. 200 EMA is just a long-term way to know what the market should be doing. If you're under the 200, that means the market is bearish. And if you're above the 200, that means the market is bullish. Since we, as you can see, it went below the 200 and it's been bearish ever since. Vice versa, it went above the 200 and it's been bullish ever since. So when I'm looking at stuff like that, it just gives me a confirmation on the way of where I should be. Not where I should be, but what I should be doing. I should be looking for sales if it's below. And I should be looking for bulls if it's above. But you can still get bullish, bullish plays when it's below. Like you see, it went up a lot right here. It went up a lot right there. But you just have to know when to do it, when it's retesting. But it's still a constant trade. It is basically a high risk trade. But if you have experience, go for it. Go for it. Because once you really start ping ponging it, you're gonna be straight. You look like we're making a big M as I'm talking about this. So the month probably do be down. Now that I'm talking about it. The next month might be down based on what I'm looking at right now. As you can see, the M look like it's farming. So it could be going down and most likely go something like this and break down to the lower. You see, it probably break down lower. Maybe. But I have been anticipating to hit 45,000 before going back to 50K. So that's what I've been looking for the past. Well, since right here, because it didn't touch 50K. It didn't touch 50. It almost touched 45K right here. Almost, but it didn't touch it. It went up. It went up. Because I know a lot of people had their limits at 45,000. So that's why the market would shift like that. They don't. If you just think about it. If somebody sold at this 47,000, it was holding this whole time like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wait till it hit 45,000. I'm gonna get out. And the next thing you know, it went all the way back to 47,000. You know what they did? They got scared and they sold. Everybody who got seen this sold. And that's why Trump had that speech last night. They only have these speeches and stuff just so the market move. Period. Period. Ain't no way. I've been noticing that. Anything that they put on the news, it's a way for the market to move. That's why they have economic calendars. They know what is about to happen before it happens. They know when the market about to move because they're the market makers. Period. It's $1 trillion in here. So it got to be a big boy somewhere. Somebody got to own it. You feel me? Somebody got to be the big boy and telling people when to get in and when to get out. But yeah, this is EMAs, bro. 200 above. Like I said, if you're above the 200, you should be buying. If you're below the 200, you should be selling. Looking for perfect entries to sell. That's all we doing. We looking for a perfect entry to sell at that time. Like right here, I was buying over here. Don't get me wrong, it was below. But like I said, I don't always look at the 200 because the market could shift at any time. It's just in the EMA, any indicator is delayed. It happens after the candles form. So you just gotta have a lot of discernment with this stuff. So that's why I mainly use the 15 and the 50 on like smaller time frames so it get confirmation. And I'm gonna repeat that again. If the 15 is under the 50, that means we should be going down. And if the 15 is above the 50, that means we should be going up. Just to keep it as simple as possible. But that's all I got. It took me like 3 days to even talk about this, and it's just that simple. But God blessed me with students to teach. You know, I'm happy He gave me His wisdom to teach, and I'm hope I can help at least one person to be profitable. I don't, it could be one person, I'm gonna be happy. You don't gotta be 100 people, 200 people, and you gotta pay me nothing. This is all free. I don't want nothing from you guys. God bless me enough with trading to make money and be okay. I'm gonna venture off into other things with my trade money, like real estate, restaurants, stuff like that. But Discords and courses and all that, nah, and that takes up a lot of time. You think I want to sit here and be on camera all day, trade for you guys, and then if I lose one day, I'm knowing for a fact somebody put any life savings in this, and did that one time I make a bad trade, they lost everything because they going balls to the wall, overs to the wall. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed.